Okay, dear students, welcome you all for today's class 10 science class. In our last class, we have come to know about your heat equation, okay, principle of calorimetry. Today, I have come here along with some numericals related to heat equation. We all know what is heat equation. We have come to know that heat lost or heat gain by a body Q is equals to m into S into dt. This is the heat equation we have come to know, that heat loss or heat gain by a body is equals to m into S into dt. M mass of the body, S is specific heat capacity of the body, and dt is the temperature difference that we have come to know. Now, today with the help of this formula, this equation, we will try to solve these numericals. Okay. So, I have come with the very simple numericals. So, look here, the very first numerical is, the question is like this: how much heat is supplied? So, the most important thing is that you have to understand the question very clearly. What are given things and what you are being asked. How much heat is supplied? That means, how much you are going to supply heat, the amount of heat it is asked. Just in the beginning, we have come to know. To raise the temperature of 100 gram of water, the mass of the water is given 100 gram, that is clear. From 5 degrees centigrade to 90 degrees centigrade, from 5 to 90, that means initial temperature is 5 degrees centigrade, final temperature is 90 degrees centigrade. So, very easily we can come to know what is the temperature difference, 90 minus 5, 85, that we will come to know. Now, you just while coming to use this formula, now you have to think what the more you need. Anyway, first you write the given things. So, clearly what are the given things you are getting from this question, you have to note down that 100 gram of water, that means this is the mass of water, it is given. So, I am going to solve the question, but definitely each and every word I won't write, you try to understand. Okay. So, what are given here? Given, when you have to use this formula, you are getting m 100 gram, m equals to 100 gram. Clear? You can write only G or GM, same thing, 100 gram. Now, always I had already told you, you have to be very much conscious about the SI unit. So, this is in gram, but we know that the SI unit of mass is kilogram, kg. So, that is why you have to convert gram into kilogram, and we know to convert gram into kilogram, we have to divide by 1000. So, it becomes now your kg, and it is your 0.1 kg. So, mass we have got in SI unit 0.1 kg. Now, if you see further in the question, we are supplying heat, and that heat, what that heat is doing, initially the water was at temperature 5 degrees centigrade. Due to that supply of heat, now the temperature has become 90 degrees centigrade. So, what is dt? dt means temperature difference. So, dt also we can very easily get, okay, from the question, 90 degrees centigrade minus 5 degrees centigrade. Initial temperature was 5 degrees centigrade, final temperature 90 degrees centigrade. That is why to calculate dt, we have to subtract from final to initial. So, it comes your 85 degree centigrade. Here there are 4 terms. If you will see Q, M, S, dt. So, out of 4, if 3 are known, very easily we can calculate. Now, we are searching where is the third one. We are not getting in the question, but I had told you when I was teaching you specific heat capacity, that time I had told you that the specific heat capacity of water you have to learn by heart. Do you remember what is the specific heat of water? Yes, 4200 joules per kg degree centigrade. It may not be given in the question, you have to keep in your mind always. So, here this yes we know, yes is specific heat capacity and here the substance is water. So, specific heat capacity of water is 4200 joules per kg degree centigrade. This we know. In sometimes it may be given, the value of yes for water may be given or may not be given. That is why always you should keep in your mind that the value of specific heat capacity for water is 4200 joules per kg degree centigrade. Now, how much heat is supplied? That means, how much heat that water will gain. We are supplying to what? We are supplying heat to water. Water will gain it. That means, we have to calculate Q, heat gain by water. So, it is very simple. So, we know that by heat equation Q equals to m into S into dt. Dear students, be careful. A lot of languages I am leaving, you have to write yourself. Suppose mass of water m equals to this much, here temperature difference, initial temperature 5 degree centigrade, final 90 degree centigrade. So, temperature difference like this. Okay, we know that specific capacity of water is this much. This is asked. So, here you have to write. We know that from heat equation Q equals to m into S into dt. Okay. So, these languages I am leaving because we have got very limited time, and within that limited time I have to try to teach you a little bit more subject matter. That is why I am simply leaving. Okay. But these are the very easier things you can understand anyway. So, Q equals to m into S into dt. M is your 0.1 into S is 4200 and dt has come 85. So, we are calculating Q. If all these are in SI, their units you no need to write here, and what the ultimate we are getting Q, that means heat. So, you can write here direct this much joules of heat energy, J you can write. If you wish, you can write 0.1 kg into 4200 joules per kg degree centigrade into 85 degree centigrade, you can write here, and ultimately the units will cut off and J will only remain. So, or direct you can write J, because the SI unit of Q means heat, its SI unit is joules. So, that is why I am not writing the units of all these terms, simply for Q I am writing J or joules. Clear? So, if you calculate this, this value will come your, if you multiply this, it will come your 38700 joules. I do not think that I have to show you by calculating, you can do very easily, okay, by simple calculation 0.1 into 4200 into 85, it will come 38700 joules. So, in this way the first one we have got it, we have understood. Now, I will move to the second one. The solution of second question. The question is like this: if 50 kilojoule, kJ means kilojoule. If 50 kilojoule of heat is transferred, supplied, given to 10 kg of water, what is the rise in temperature? So, I have already told you, first you write the given things and then just see what you have to find out, what is asked there in the question. So, 50 kilojoule of heat, kilojoule, this is the unit of heat. That means, here if you see in this formula, Q is your heat, M is mass, S is specific heat capacity, dt is temperature difference. So, 50 kilojoule, what is this? Q. By simply looking this unit, you can understand kilojoule. Kilojoule is the unit of heat. So, that means Q is given. So, here given Q equals to 50 kilojoule kJ. Again you have to think kilojoule is not the SI unit. SI unit of heat is joule. So, that means you have to convert kilojoule into joules, and we know to convert kilojoule into joules we have to multiply by 1000. So, it is 50,000, or you can say 5 into 10 to the power 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 joules. You can write. Clear? So, this given already we have come to know. Of heat is transferred to 10 kg of water, 10 kg. So, kg is the unit of mass. It means in this formula, so we have come to know M is given, M is your 10 kg. These two things are given. You have been asked what is the rise in temperature. So, rise in temperature means that is the temperature difference. Suppose initially it was at 20 degrees centigrade, now it becomes 25, that means rise in temperature is 5 degrees centigrade. So, rise in temperature means temperature difference. So, in this formula if you will see, temperature difference is your dt. So, what is the rise in temperature asked? That means dt is asked. You have to understand in that way. Okay? Now, again the same thing here. Specific heat capacity, the substance is your water here, and its specific heat capacity is not given, but we know that S for water is 4200 joules per kg degree centigrade. We know it. Okay. So, now out of 4, 3 are known, fourth one dt we can calculate. So, from this formula we know that Q equals to M into S into dt, or dt will be your how much? These M and S will come this side, Q upon M into S. So, if you put the value Q is your 5 into 10 to the power 4, 5 into 10 to the power 4, M if you will see 10, and S we know 4200, dt temperature difference. So, its SI unit is degree centigrade. Okay. So, what I am going to do now, 5 into, look here, this is 10, 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3. So, 10 to the power 3 will cancels out. So, 5 into 10 upon 42 will remain. What I have done here, try to understand, this is 10, if I cut 10 to the power 3, here this is 42 into 100. So, 2 more will go, 1 tail will remain. So, this you can write 42 into 10 to the power 3, like that also. One more step you can write here. Suppose I am showing you 5 into 10 to the power 4, and this is your 42 into this your 10 to the power 2, and this 1 10 to the power 3. So, it cancels out, 1 10 remains here. So, 5 change of 50 upon 42 degree centigrade, 50 upon 42, and its value will come 1.19 degree centigrade, 1.19 degree centigrade. Clear? This is also a very simple question. Okay, I will go for the now next question. The next one. I have seen so many times when the numerical is little bit longer in length, students get confused. They simply make up their mind that it's very tough numerical. Oh, it's so lengthy, I won't be able to do like that. Psychologically, they get depressed in the very beginning, simply looking the length of the question. Okay, so never be afraid simply by looking the question. The question may be very long, but the solution may be very short. Look here. Number 3, the temperature of 20 kg water in the radiator of engine of a car is 30 degree centigrade. Very simple thing. There is a car, inside the car, I mean there is radiator, and there is water inside the radiator. The amount of water, mass of water is 20 kg. Okay, and initially its temperature is 30 degree centigrade, suppose. This is clear. Now, if the temperature of the water increases up to 100 degree centigrade after the engine is heated, if the car is running, definitely engine will get heated, and after some time the temperature of the water in the radiator will also increase. Is clear or not? So, the question seems to be lengthy, but it is very simple. So, what we have got up to here? Initially, the temperature of water was 30 degree centigrade, mass of the water was 20 kg. Now, finally, the temperature has become 100 degree centigrade. You have been asked what quantity of heat will the water absorb. So, while reaching up to the temperature 100 degree centigrade, starting from 30 degree centigrade, definitely water will absorb some heat. How much heat the water is absorbing, that you have to find out. So, it is very simple. Again, if you look, as when you go through the question, definitely your mind will start thinking from which chapter this question has come, from related to which topic the question has come, and what is the formula, what is the equation for that related term, related topic, then this will come in your mind. Now, you will start looking for the given things. The temperature of 20 kg of water in the radiator, yes, you will come to know the m is given. So, given, because 20 kg, I am telling you kg, that means mass, unit of mass. So, that is why m is given, we have come to know 20 kg. Initially, in the beginning, its temperature was 30 degree centigrade. Okay. Suppose here is 20 kg water and it is at 30 degree centigrade. Now, when the engine gets heated, then the water will absorb heat, due to which the temperature of water will rise up. Okay. So, now the temperature rises up and it becomes 100 degree centigrade, same mass of water. So, there is a temperature difference from 30 to 100, that means dt we can get from here. So, dt is your final temperature minus initial temperature. Final temperature is your 100 degree centigrade, initial temperature is 30 degree centigrade. So, dt is your 100 minus 100 degree centigrade, 100 degree centigrade minus 30 degree centigrade, and that is equals to 70 degree centigrade. Clear? And what you have been asked? What quantity of heat will the water absorb? So, that means how much quantity of heat water has gained, that means Q you have been asked. So, I do not think now again I have to do. So, you know again the same thing, specific heat capacity of water as 4200 joules per kg degree centigrade. This all we know. Now, okay, I will show you. So, what is Q? Q equals to, we know that Q equals to m into S into dt. What is m? 20. What is S? 4200. What is dt? 70. Q means heat, SI unit is joules. If you calculate, its value will come your 588 into 10 to the power 1, 2, 3, 4. This much joules. You can write it as 5. Point if I write here 0.88. So, 10 to the power, if you 10 to the power 2 we have to take, because 5.88 I have written. So, 10 to the power 4 will become now 10 to the power 6 joules. Or simply you can leave here also, no problem, okay? Or you can write in this way also, clear? So, though the question seems to be lengthy, confusing, but nothing is there, it is very simple, clear? Okay. Now, I will go for the next question. Look this question. 1 kg, the question is like this: 1 kg of paraffin requires 44,000 joules heat to raise its temperature by 20 degree centigrade. Find the amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature of 5 kg paraffin by 10 degree centigrade. This question is little bit different from the other questions which already we have come to know. So, it is little bit different. There are, you can say there are two cases. In the first case, if you will see, mass of the paraffin is 1 kg, okay, but in the second case, mass of the paraffin 5 kg. So, there are two cases. In first case, what we get? In first case, see, if you see this question, 1 kg of paraffin, that means mass of the paraffin is given, m. How much? 1 kg. Requires, this is not water, do not get confused, paraffin, okay, requires 44,000 joules heat. So, joule Q is given 44,000 joules to raise its temperature by 20 degree centigrade. So, by simply indicates temperature difference. By 20 degree centigrade means the difference between final and the initial is 20 degree centigrade. Suppose initially if it is in 1 degree centigrade, now it has become 21. So, increased by 20 degree centigrade. Initially it was suppose 5 degree centigrade, now it has become 25. So, temperature is increased by 20, 25 minus 5, 20. So, raise its temperature by 20 degree centigrade means dt is 20 degree centigrade, dt is 20 degree centigrade. This is the first part, okay. This is the given things. With the help of these given things, what you have been asked, find the amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature of 5 kg paraffin. So, there is second case, try to understand this question. Second case is there. In the second case, if you will see, mass is given 5 kg. Mass of paraffin is 5 kg, okay, and required to raise the temperature of 5 kg paraffin by 10 degrees centigrade. dt is given 10 degrees centigrade. Find the amount of heat energy required. Q you have to calculate. So, this question is little bit different from the rest 3 questions which already we have dealt with. Okay. If you will see, this is the part, second case is the part where you have to find out the answer. This is the second part, okay, where m is given, mass is given, dt is given, you have been asked q. So, if you look here in this formula, 4 terms are there. Which one is missing? Yes is missing. In second case, yes, if you know, then only you can find out q. Now, for your help, the first case is there. In the first case, look here, m is given, q is given, dt is given. It means what? From first case, we can calculate yes, and that yes means specific heat capacity of paraffin, because in this question we are dealing with paraffin, not water. So, that is why we cannot write 40 to 100 joules per kg degree centigrade, okay, that is for water only. So, that as we can calculate what will be the specific heat capacity of paraffin from this first case, and that as we will take help or we will use here in second case, then we can very easily calculate q. I will show you. Look here. So, from first case or in first case, m is given 1 kg, 1 kg of paraffin, q is given 44,000, requires 44,000 joules of heat, dt is given 20 degree centigrade to raise its temperature by 20 degree centigrade. So, this is given, we can calculate S. So, the formula is q equals to m s gt. So, what is S? So, therefore, S equals to q upon m into dt. This is clear. S equals to q upon m into dt. From this, from here it has come. Q, the value of q is 44,000 upon m. M is your 1 into dt, dt is your 20. Yes, SI units joules per kg degree centigrade, and it comes here, if you calculate it, it will come 2200 joules per kg degree centigrade. So, up to here, if you first you will do the solution. In first case, from here you have to start. In first case, m is 1 kg, q is 44,000 joules, dt is 20 degree centigrade. Therefore, yes, this. Now, we have come to know the value of S. Okay. Now, in the second case, m is given 5 kg, dt is 10 degree centigrade, q is asked, and S we have come to know. This S we will put here. Okay. Clear? So, from here if you will do now, what will be your q? If you look, q equals to m into S into dt. What is m? 5 kg, 5. What is S? We have already got it on the basis of given in first case 2200, 2200, and what is dt? 10. Q, SI unit is joules. So, it will be your 0.00011 joules, and that is that you can write 11 into 10 to the power 4 or 1.1 into 10 to the power 5, same thing. Clear? So, you can write here. If you write 1.1, then you have to write into 10 to the power. If you are writing point here, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 to the power 5 joules. or if you leave here, then also it is right, but generally we write the answer in this form, in the power of 10 we used to write. Okay. So, I think you have understood these 4 numericals. Tomorrow I will come with the numericals related with principle of calorimetry. And now one thing, some of the your teachers, they were telling me, sir, please give some homework also. But my dear, you have got book, most of the things I explained, the related numericals also I have shown you. Now, please, if a teacher does not give you homework, never think that you do not have to do anything. You cultivate that sort of habit, that when you get some knowledge through book or by teachers, now you should try to enhance that quality, your quality. Okay? That for that you have to sit, you have to go through the book again, you should go through the exercise, and you should try to solve the different questions related with the topics which already you have been taught. This is my very humble request. Okay? So, these are the 4 numericals I have solved for you. The related numericals, it is there in your book. So, it is my humble request to all of you, please go through those numericals and try to solve it. Okay? Thank you very much.